Welcome back, everybody, to the Birdies and Bourbon Show. Dan, I don't know what you're drinking today, but I'm having a little scotch myself. Do you see the Scotsman pull off the little W yesterday in a little playoff match?
Oh, did I? Yes, he did.
Came in strong, man. I don't know how. So let's see. It was so we had Laird, we had the Wolfe man, and who was the third seed in there? It's escaped me, and I just had one sip of the scotch. Only one sip, Dan. Only one sip to start.
Yeah. Oh, sure. That's Austin Cook.
Oh yeah, Austin Cook. Sorry. Yeah. So and Austin, I think was he the one that had the knee injury that bounced him?
That was Laird.
It was Laird. Laird had the knee injuries.
You noticed he was going down on one knee to read the putts and all. Yeah.
Yeah. So good show by Laird, man. It's got a little free golf yesterday, so didn't have to watch the crappy football that was on and watch the Falcons fire their head coach. So
did you see that bunker shot of Laird like on 9?
Oh yeah. It was like buried up under the lip, and he's standing all cockeyed, and then he comes out. Yeah, I mean, what a hell of a shot, man. I mean, good Lord.
He drains it. It's like, what? And then there was on 17, he hits the cart path. It's a par 3, and he's like over there where like Crimmy usually plays his stuff, and he gets up and down from there. Oh man, the guy's lights out with the play.
So Cook and Laird. I mean, do you think they're nervous going into this? Not. I mean, I'm sure that the nerves are firing, right? But you're going up against Matt Wolff, and that dude is playing some damn good golf. I mean, I'm sure we're going to get into him in our DraftKings. I'm sure you picked him like 3 times. How many times can you pick Brooks Koepka and Matt Wolff? It's like three apiece. Give me three apiece.
Three apiece. Yeah.
No, but I mean, I thought it was an awesome tournament. I can't believe, I did have Cantlay in my lineup. I actually made a little bit of money this week. So I had a green number pull up. So, hey, for all you followers out there, everybody was really cheering for Dan. Hey, like the song, like the old band said, you can't keep a good man down.
There you go.
So Cantlay kind of folded. I don't know. What does that mean for him heading into Shadow Creek this week? We'll talk about that a little more in the show.
We got a top 10 out of him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, hey, man, it definitely paid off for me. So hold on. I want to give a shout out real quick. Just had a conversation with Jim Huntoon. He's the superintendent at Heritage Club in South Carolina. He also has Making the Turn podcast. So looking forward to maybe sharing some recording time with Jim. And we'll be heading to Myrtle Beach in a couple of weeks. So looking forward to heading down to Pawleys Island and connecting with Jim at Heritage. So be on the lookout for that. Should be a good time. I've heard great things about the course. Thanks to the Salty Golfer for making that connection for both Jim and myself. We do appreciate it, Salty. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. That's going to be a fun trip. Absolutely. Hey, Myrtle Beach in late October.
Oh, I mean, it's like prime time, man. Good Lord.
Can't beat that. I mean, good gosh.
Playing with Sean Donahue's having us out to Tidewater for 36, so that's going to be awesome. We've already got him scheduled to come on the show. I'm not sure what the date is, but we got him coming up in a few weeks. So Morgan Stevenson up in Tobacco Road. So we kind of wanted to do a little bit of a different take. I mean, the front of the shop, right? Clubhouse, the pros, et cetera. I mean, they kind of get all the limelight and the spotlight when it comes to kind of the FaceTime, and talking about the course and golf and all that stuff. But, if you think about it from the Supers perspective, I mean, you got to have somebody to get you checked in and keep the clubhouse running. But, when it comes to, man, I love that course, or man, that course is beat to shit. What's going on? I don't want to play there again. I mean, it's the Supers, right, that are keeping these things in line. And just think about all the storms and the rough weather we've had, right? I mean, I know Delta just passed through Atlanta. I was talking with Jim. They got hit with it over there. I think he said Sunday. It's going to be interesting to get some different takes at those 3 fantastic golf courses. We probably ought to check in. I know we're heading to the Harbor Club in a couple weeks. We ought to check in with those guys, man, and get a hold of the Super while we're down there. See if he wants to come on and check with Ed too at Old Tocoa. I know we're heading back up there for another round. Get some of that fall golf in, man, up in the mountains.
Man, I cannot wait to play the mountain course in a couple of weeks because I don't think the leaves are quite changing quite yet, but still, that's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, they're working on it. They're working on it. Hey, so by the way, so I'm drinking. So in celebrating Martin Laird's victory, I'm drinking Buchanan's Master. I'm trying to think of the name of the show that kind of made this one popular. I think it was Narcos. I think that's what all the Mexican mafia. I think they were big in the Buchanan Master, Master blend. I have to shout out to my friend Chavez for hooking me up with this. But yeah, so we're usually drinking bourbon, maybe some American whiskey, but went with the Scotch this time. I did have it over a few rocks, just the way I like my Scotch. But it's got. I did have some neat before just so I could kind of get the notes, not water it down. But, it's got a really creamy vanilla kind of coffee on the nose. I get a little bananas on the finish with this thing. If you're, if you're not a Scotch fan, and most of the time when you say Scotch, people immediately go to that, smoky, peaty, just kind of, just overwhelming, just bomb in your mouth that, really can't taste anything after that except for the smoky peaty Scotch. So this Buchanan's it's a blend. So it does have some of those smoky notes in there, but it's definitely not it's not a Bowmore or something like that where you're just going to get kind of smoked out in this one. This has really got some nice fruity flavors in there. So maybe if you're looking to try something different out of the bourbon world, you may want to venture over to Buchanan's Master Blend. It's pretty tasty.
Awesome. Fantastic. And congrats to the Scott man, for sure.
Absolutely. Let's see. So what else has been going on, Dan? What you been doing,
bud? We had a huge sports weekend. Oh, my gosh. So Sunday for me, got up, watched Nadal, kicked the shit out of Djokovic.
Another French Open, another master under his belt.
Not only was it like another French Open, he beat him in straight sets, and he gave him a bagel in the first set. Holy cow, 6-0. 6-0.
I know.
Gosh. I couldn't believe it. Djokovic is a great player on his own, and I could not believe that Nadal came out there and just crushed like that. Good God.
Well, it's like that, the French Open, the house that Nadal built, right? He just that dude. He runs the course there, man. He's hard to bet against over there. But I was watching too, and I don't know, Djokovic. He kind of got on my nerves a little bit there. You could tell he was pissed, man. After that first set, like that dude, he was totally rubbed the wrong way and playing absolutely from behind the rest of the match. And in the third set, he's like, I think he won maybe 3 or 4. Out of that one, and he's kind of yelling, and he's yelling at the ball boy. Give me the balls faster. And it's like, dude, we're social distancing. COVID's here. Just relax. I'm gonna get you the ball. It's like, what do you think you're gonna wear Nadal down? Well, I don't think so, and clearly you didn't.
Right? Yeah. It was a great match. It was a great match for sure. And then you had Young Kim wins her first major at the Women's PGA Championship.
Oh yeah.
So that's a big deal.
That is a big deal. Yeah, good to see that happen. So always we got to get an LPGA player on the show, man.
We need to. Yeah,
we need to reach out to. We need to get a hold of Dottie Pepper and see if she wants to recommend somebody for us.
I'd love to see Dottie on the show as well. I'd love to get a chance to talk to Dottie on the show. So obviously the big news last night with the Lakers. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Congrats to the Lakers, LeBron and the Lakers, man. They. Hey, what a year to do it, in honor
that guy is just allergic to championships, man. Everywhere he goes, they just follow him around, dude. I guess allergic's not the right word to use. He's contagious. He is contagious to championship because he catches them everywhere he goes.
It's great. I love seeing that. I love seeing that. Let's see. Hey, my Dolphins won yesterday. That was a big victory for us over the 49ers. There you go.
Well, my Falcons didn't, and they're down a few people. They cleaned house over there, but I think they're like 0-6 right now. I think it's the worst record they've had, and I don't know
a great weekend though. Look, you got the Hat Man, Terrell.
Oh yeah. Great showing by Terrell. I don't know. You think he's going to be tired on from that plane ride heading into Vegas?
There's a bunch of them coming over from that tournament last week. No, Pat Reed's not playing this week. But,
hey, speaking of Pat Reed, good showing at the BMW Championship by Pat Reed. Finished. I don't know if it was it was third place. He might have been I think it was T3. But good showing by him. I think he shot 70, 68, 68, 68. So outside of that 70, I mean, hey, and who's complaining about 70? So good showing there. I did see, I saw Kez on there. He was rocking his towel from his new golf club. So that was, so he came through on his commitment there. He was wiping those clubs down.
I really want to get Kez back on. I would love to know. We number one, we didn't talk enough about like reading putts and all last time. We kind of had, we didn't have that much time with him, and he said he'd come back on, which is great. Looking forward to getting him back on. Also, are there any good chicken wing spots in the UK?
Hey, if there's not, I got a business idea. Hold on, Dan. We had another order come in. I got to go pick, pack, and ship another package.
You've been shipping so much.
Lord.
You just released these new ball markers, man.
Yeah, they're going good, man. So we had T-shirts sold out. Thanks everybody for your support on that. We really appreciate it. Working on some new master shirts. We have had some requests come in for the Birdies and Bourbon presidential 2020 election shirts. So we may do another run of those. But I did place the order for the Birdies and Bourbon Masters parody shirts. So we should have those in a week or so. So we'll get those up once we get them. As usual, just DM us. We'll get you the details, etc. And yeah, man, our man Paul at PC Golf Customs. How hot was that ball marker, dude?
Everybody's loving it. They are loving it. Yeah,
that thing is so friggin' sweet. Yeah, so was messaging with Paul last night. He sent it over to me and said, "Hey, I'm working on finishing it up." I said, "Oh, great. Send me a picture." He's like, "I'll send you a video." I'm like, "All right, send a video. We'd love to share it with people and see if everybody likes it." And so far, everybody's liked it. Everybody.
Huge response. Yeah. Huge response. Yeah.
So I don't think we posted. We're going to do, so depending if it goes as it's going right now, probably what we're going to do, Dan and I were talking. So, with this whole bespoke golf thing, it's, for me personally, and we're going to have Chip Usher with Usher Golf on pretty soon talking about. So I play Miura clubs, Miura irons at least, and Miura wedges. I got some others for woods and putter. But I think it's pretty cool to show up at a golf course and you've got something on or in your bag that's unique to you. It's not everybody can go and you got hundreds of them on the shelf and everybody's got one, but it kind of tells a story and a little bit about your golf game. I know I personally have to make sure I'm looking good on the golf course, at least when I get there, because by the time I'm finished, I usually don't look that good and my score definitely doesn't look that good. So,
yeah, I mean, we were at Tobacco Road, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, there's Rickie Fowler, there's Rickie Fowler," and then they saw you swing, and they go, "Oh, that ain't Rickie Fowler. That ain't Rickie Fowler."
Speaking of Tobacco Road, look at this.
Oh,
yeah, I was sporting the Tobacco Road cap today. Again, we're going to run a small batch. I think we're going to do about 50 or so per release. Just, hey, keep in mind, when you're DMing me about these things. So these are the ones that that's displayed on our Instagram and Twitter pages. It's a carbon steel, hand stamped, custom, made in the U.S. ball marker. So, if you're looking for something you can just throw in the bag, I mean, I'm going to throw mine in the bag. I mean, I've got it to use. But, this isn't a $10 ball marker. Let me go ahead and tell you that right now, right?
Yeah,
it is.
It's the real deal.
I mean, it's unique. I mean, it's going to be a nice, heavy, dense ball marker for you. So, again, if you're interested, I think we're going to run 50 at a time. I don't know when we'll do the next run. We're probably halfway. We just put this out a day ago on our social media site, and we're more than halfway sold out. Yeah. So, and that's in less than 24 hours. We've gotten rid of half of them. So we're going to probably do about 50 or so a take. I don't know what the release schedule is going to be yet on those. We may get, if I could get some help here in the warehouse, I could spend some more time at R&D and putting some packages together. I don't know.
I'll come in to see you next week. You can get into work.
Yeah, Sweet Cream. Yeah, hey, just keep Sweet Cream. Just keep him out of the warehouse.
Sweet Cream is like Tommy Boy. Oh, this one. You mean this one's going to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma? Oh, I thought it's going to Oklahoma City, Delaware.
Exactly. Good Lord, Sweet Cream. Yeah. We'll send him to get donuts or something. Let's see. We'll send him on a beer run. How about that? So if there's something you would like to see, Dan and I are kind of making this stuff up off the top of our head. I know we're working on a new logo, so I don't know when that's going to be ready or complete. But nevertheless, it's always good to have something nostalgic with, from the beginning, right? It's like, oh, I knew those guys win.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's going to be really fun.
Let's see. Hey, Atlanta Braves, who you got? You got the Braves or the Dodgers?
I'll go Braves any day of the week, man.
Series starts tonight, so we'll see, man. That's going to be – that actually may be I don't know. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to watch.
Baseball's had a crappy 2020, man. And I'm not talking about today. No, I'm not talking about today. In terms of just losing the greats, I mean, we had Tom Seaver passed away. Bob Gibson passed away. And then Joe Morgan passed away today. And it's like, dude, these are all idols of ours, man. Gosh, I hate to see all those guys go. They're all greats.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right, what else you got?
I went out to the SAS Championship for a day over the weekend. They were in Cary.
No, I would have gone with you, except I was busy in the warehouse.
I had a good time out there. I didn't spend that much time. It was rainy and everything.
Who'd you see?
Well, I did not get a chance to see the Big Easy, although he did pull out the victory.
He did.
Billy Mayfair, I saw him for a little bit, and then
nice.
I saw Lee Jansen for a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, did you get an interview?
No, I didn't get that close. No.
Oh, hey, the camera came on and Dan got lockjaw. Shocking.
I really wanted to go see John Daly, but I didn't get a chance to see him. It was nasty here this week.
Hey, so I'm not starting rumors, but I did see this on social media. Does he have some kind of cancer? Did he release that he has cancer?
Stomach cancer, yeah.
Okay, I thought I saw that, and I'm like, how people post shit all the time, and it's like. They're making little memes and whatever. And I'm like, I don't know if I didn't have a chance to look it up. I've been busy pickpacking and shipping. So I figured with all your free time, you'd be in the know. So I hate to hear that, man. Good luck to John. So it's probably, I think I read somewhere that it was like it has a high success rate of remission. So good luck to John. Take it easy on those Diet Cokes and Stoves, bro.
Bladder cancer. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Bladder cancer. Yeah.
Cancer.
So
he's grown a beard out. He said he's not going to shave the beard until he's cured. Yeah.
Oh, so all right. Dead giveaway. We'll know when it's done.
There you go. Yeah.
Awesome.
Ton of good sports, man. Ton of good sports. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there was so much stuff going on. My Volunteers got beat by the Bulldogs when they had a hell of a first half. Second half, oh boy, here they showed up just like they do. I was like, good Lord, now I'm going to have to listen to all these dog fans. Have to listen to all their crap. It's like, golly. Let's see. Yeah, what else did I miss while I was in the warehouse?
I think you covered most of everything. So I really loved that playoff yesterday.
Yeah, it was fun, man. Yeah.
And so we're heading from Vegas to Vegas this week, and we're going to play Shadow Creek, which is where Tiger played against Phil in 2018. I think it was 2018.
2018, yeah, the first match. Yeah.
The original.
It did so well that they had to invite extras along for the match number 2.
Well, so, of course, that doesn't get played on TV that much, right? So I don't know exactly what to expect, but that's going to be a fun one here. Then we got Zozo next week. That's going to be another big tournament. And these guys are gearing up for Augusta, man. They're all heading our way, which is going to be fun because we're playing, like you just mentioned earlier, we're playing at the Harbor Club, which is in that neck of the woods here in a couple of weeks. So
So Shadow Creek. Let's see. So it's a Steve Wynn project, right? So I guess Steve kind of put this thing into motion, and it's I think it's a Fazio. It's a Fazio design, and it's pretty interesting. I was looking at some comments. I don't have the people that said it in front of me, but it was players, and a lot of people are referencing or calling this thing like it's the Augusta of the West, just in the layout. I know I may have been like I don't remember who. Anyway, it doesn't matter who it was, but he made the comment of this is like you've taken a North Carolina course and put it in the desert. So they're talking all the pine trees and the foliage and the plants, etc. It's going to be a real treat. So again, you mentioned we haven't had a chance to see the course. We don't really have any stats on it because the only thing that we've seen televised was the match. I think so. Phil beat Tiger there, so it should tell you that fairways really don't matter. But I think I saw a stat that when they did play, that both guys hit 10 of 14 fairways.
Okay.
So so that's could go a couple of ways, right? Either one, the fairways are really big, and forgiving, because I mean, shit, when's Phil hit 80% of the fairways
never
in his life, right? Right, exactly. So, and that's not a dig. I mean, that's just reality, right? I mean, he's made a hell of a career out of missing fairways. So, there's nothing wrong with that by any means. But yeah, so let's see. So it's about 30 minutes outside the strip. So let's see, if DJ has a 7:30 tee time, he can leave at 6:55 and still make the 7. Okay, so DJ's good. DJ, wheels up, 6:55, bro. So we're good to go there.
Good God.
All right. So we got a par 72. It's 7,500. So, it's in the upper tier of what you would consider long, I guess, on the tour standards. Playing for 9.7 million. That's the purse. 175 to the winner. Let's see. It's owned by MGM Resorts now. I mean, enjoy it on TV, Dan. Yeah. Because unless we need to write that. Well, let's wait a couple weeks after, because they're probably buzzing right now. Everybody's after them, but it's $5,000 a round to play there.
What? What do you mean? Like,
like if you want to go play a round of golf. And now this is what I was reading some dude's article. I don't know whose article it was, but he was kind of talking about the course and how it's set up and why. Steve wanted you to experience a non-desert. He wanted you to have a non-desert experience on a golf course in the desert. So that's the way Steve built it. But yeah, the dude said, I'm trying to see if I got it in my notes here, but yeah, no shit, man. He said that you can expect to pay around $5,000 for a round of golf here. And I'm like, good Lord. I'm like, well, hey, Dan, if they do invite us, Dan's definitely not making that trip.
Is that, so $5,000 a round? I mean, is that DJ's all-in round? Is that like... Does that include everything?
I don't know. They didn't give any details. They just said it's about $5,000. Now, so I could be misleading you. This is secondhand information. So I was reading something that someone else wrote, but I thought, like, holy shit! But it did say in the article. So the premise of getting to the $5,000 a round, they were saying that this was meant to be exclusive, high roller. I mean, it's not made for the Cal and Dans of the world. It's made for the Michaels and the Tigers and the Phils, and you just pour it off $500,000 at the Hold'em table, and it's like, I need to go blow off some steam. Let's go to Shadow Creek. I'll drop another $5. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. I had no idea.
That's what I said. I was like, holy shit, that's ridiculous.
It seems kind of high, but yeah.
I mean, but it's exclusive. I don't know. Yeah. I'll hit them up and see what they say.
All right. Sounds good.
Oh, hold on. They just responded. Yeah, we've got your tea time. Please don't bring Dan. Okay. Easy enough.
Typical.
I didn't ask about sweet cream. So he's already there.
Yeah. Oh, he's camping out. He's at the blackjack.
He's already there.
Don't worry, he's paying for his $5,000 at the blackjack table.
Exactly. All right, so
that's a joke, sweet cream. That's a joke.
So we talked a little about the course already, but I jumped the gun on us a little bit. So we've got so last week, I don't know if you saw, but they had a pro-am on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
This week, and so I guess the damn rates were going to be so high nobody was going to pay for it, because this week there is no pro-am. They're having
there isn't? Oh.
No, they're having the CJ Cup at Shadow Creek. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the Charity Challenge presented by MGM Resorts. So once I name these names off, you'll know why. Rickie Fowler, Bubba Watson, Kevin Na, and Byung-Hun An. So Rickie's like, shit, I'm not flying all the way out there just to play 2 days. Give me an extra day, or I'm not going to make it. So Wednesday, I think it's I guess they could have a pro-am, because this is from 5 to 7. They just do 9 during the little exhibition matches. So maybe they are. I
was looking at the Tour Media Center, and they do have on there following the pro-am. They got DJ, Rory, and Justin Rose got interviews on Wednesday. So I think they do. But
okay, all right. So I may have misspoke there, but yeah. But yeah, I thought, well, I guess if they're just playing 9 holes, they could start, you could start everybody on the back or whatever. I don't know if they do typically I think they do shotgun starts on those things to get them through and get the cattle through the barn. Yeah. So anyway, so 5 to 7, at least they advertised this one, so it didn't sneak up on us.
I'm showing $500 per golfer for Shadow Creek. But I could be wrong.
Well, okay, maybe I misread. Maybe it said 500, and I added an extra 0 on for
typical.
For yeah. Well, hey, don't let the facts get in the way of a good story.
$500 is still a lot of money.
Don't let the facts get in the way of a good story. Yeah, I don't know where that article is. I'll see if I can look and find it. If I can find it, I'll post it on. We'll post it on Instagram and Twitter, and it very well could be 500. I could have just added an extra 0. Maybe I had a little more of this Buchanan's than I'm letting on. Let's see. So it's going to be a fun tournament, man. I mean, so last week we had some of the stars. This week we've got all the stars. So this is an invitational tournament, I believe. It's typically played in South Korea. JT has won 2 of the past 3, and he bookends one Mr. Brooks Koepka. Who will be making his first appearance in 2 months now, coming back from his injury. Don't know what he hurt, but I'm sure we will never know. I'm imagining it's probably the knee thing again. I don't know.
Yeah,
but I think, didn't he have knee surgery in the off season?
I thought
there
he did. Yeah. He's been struggling with that. Yeah.
Could be a knee. Could be his feelings. Maybe his feelings were hurt.
This is the first time we're seeing BK come back since the PGA, right?
Yeah, and did he miss the cut?
No, PGA is where he was mouthing off on Saturday, and he.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Didn't do anything on Sunday, and that was when he was mouthing off. And after that, he was going to play the U.S. Open, but
then he withdrew.
Yeah, I don't think he's played anywhere since, has he?
No, no. That's it. Yeah, first time back. So, I mean, the course, generally speaking, I mean, it should set up well for him. I mean, I don't see any real challenges there. But we'll talk more about that in a second. So, there's plenty of other people that are playing better golf and actually showing up. So we'll try to keep this as a weighted conversation, evenly weighted conversation. So it's 78 players. I'm imagining, I didn't see this detailed, but I don't think
he missed the Wyndham cut. That was the last time we saw him. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Wyndham. That's right.
Yep. I want to go straight.
Yep. Yeah. So I think there's no cut here. I think it's a 78 player field. Who we got? We got DJ, JT, Rory, BK. We'll get to the list in just a second. So one thing, so we mentioned there's no course stats here. There's never, the only thing that's televised was the match. There hasn't been any PGA tournaments here, so that I'm aware of or that I could find. But if you're looking to compare this to something, so comparative, it would be TPC Scottsdale, PGA West, and TPC Summerlin, which they just finished. So those are 3 good courses to look at. Maybe if you want to look at stats, we're looking at we're not doing that. We're going kind of off just recent form and with Fantasy National. So if you haven't checked out Fantasy National, be sure to do that. It's a great place. I mean, there's plenty of ways and plenty of triggers to hit, and look and see. Okay, how what do you want to go? How do you want to look at them? I think that. Approach strokes gained is going to be key here. Fairways hit, I don't think is going to be a play unless they're changing up the rough. I don't think the rough's going to really be a detriment to anybody. Again, you had Tiger and Phil here 2 years ago. They hit 10 out of 14 fairways, so that should tell you a lot. And then just go back and take a look at who won, who played well at Summerlin, who played well at TPC Scottsdale this year, right? So that's a couple of good anchors if you want to add those into your Fantasy National criteria for how you're going to sort your players. So let's see, top 5 players in strokes gained on the approach. You got DJ, Russell Henley, JT, Brandon Steele, and Matthew Wolff. Let's see, total strokes gained. This is last 24 rounds. You got DJ, X-Man, Scottie Scheffler, the Wolf Man, and the Hat Man. Lots of man in there. Lots of man. So yeah, again, wide fairways. It is going to be rolling terrain, so kind of not the typical desert course. It's going to tee to green. Strokes gain is going to be a key here. I think we're going to see a lot of the. So think about Summerlin and think about Laird and some of those chip shots he was making. So I think on what did they finish on? 17. He hits it over and it kind of goes down a little drainage ditch area. They're going to be real tight lies around the. So if they do miss the green, it's going to be key, I think, for around the green. It's going to really that's going to come into play here. And I don't know what you see, Dan.
I think you covered most of it. Wildlife includes mallards, blue herons, snowy egrets, roadrunners, hawks, and white swan.
Hey, wasn't that a movie? White Swan?
Black Swan. Black Swan.
Black Swan.
You love. Gotcha. I know you love that one.
Oh man, I'm watching it after we get done here.
So they have currently 12,000 rounds per year played here.
So check this out. So sponsor exemptions: Tommy Fleetwood, Rickie Fowler, Sergio Garcia, Lowry, Ian Poulter, Justin Rose, and yours truly, Jordan Spieth.
Mm-hmm.
So out of the little the little boys club there, so JT is making his own way, and Spieth and Fowler are riding the sponsors exemptions. I don't know. May want to break up that little boys club, JT. You don't want to go down that path.
Well, I think Rickie's been pack ratting those sponsors exemptions for a couple of years, right? So he's got plenty of those things to hand out.
Oh, he's doing a commercial shoot right now for sure.
Yeah, I'm not picking on Rickie. We love Rickie. I hope he can play well this week. He missed the cut last week, which really I was not expecting. He's fallen actually out of the top 40. He's actually number 43rd in the world now. And I just hope he can get this stuff together. I mean, keeps falling and falling and falling. You and I are huge fans, and I don't know. We'll get into that more in a little bit here, but holy cow! I mean, him and then I did catch an interview with Spieth during the little break we've had here, and he was basically saying that he was just the luckiest man in golf his first couple of years, and that's why he did so well. And now it's just kind of back to normal or whatnot, some kind of along those lines. And I was like, really? That's kind of a strange attitude to have, but okay. So yeah. Right.
Well, I mean, think about it. I mean, it's golf, man. What are you going to do? How many rounds of golf have you played that you didn't get lucky at some point, and they're just playing a lot more of it, So
I did make a par at Tobacco Road.
Was that a gentleman's par or was that a legitimate?
No, it was
par?
a legit par at Tobacco Road.
I'm gonna have to look at the scorecard.
It was a par 3, but
I saved the scorecard, by the way, for our recording with Martha, because I'm gonna
have to confiscate that thing next week.
I bet your ass that Martha is calling bullshit on you made any par anywhere.
I made one. I sunk that's like a 15-foot putt. Yeah.
Okay. It
was tee shot into the sand.
I remember
out of the sand, 15 feet from the pin, and then a 15-foot putt.
He's bragging on that par because
that's all I had. That's all I had.
That's the first and maybe the last par of 2020.
That's true. No, we did good. We did not that day. We didn't do good, but yeah, no. So yeah, this is gonna be exciting. This is a real lineup here, and then we got Zozo next week. So we're really ramping up going into Augusta here. I'm getting stoked. We had a couple of weeks there that felt like, the fields were kind of weak. But then now, man, holy cow.
Yeah, well, they're not weak now, that's for sure.
No, they're not.
Let's see.
So I saw our boy Will Zalatoris woke up and did like a top 5 just in time to where Dan and Cal got screwed on betting on him a couple of weeks before. So there you go.
No, I had him in my lineup.
Oh, you did last week?
I had him in there. Oh, you damn right I did, man.
I had him when he didn't make the cut.
Hey, no, that was solid, dude. Yeah, that guy was all in. So, all right, man. Let's crack this thing open. Let's see who you got, Danny boy.
Okay.
All right. So you got 2 players in the $11,000 range, John Rom, and he hits Vegas. It's definitely Dusty this week.
Dusty. Oh, yeah.
Got those guys in your lineup?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't go for either one. They haven't played in a while. John is from Arizona, so he's going to like that dusty kind of environment. But I can't trust Dusty with the strip only 14 miles, whatever you said, 14 miles away. I can't trust Dusty.
Yeah. Oh, so, hey, speaking of, hold on. So I told you I was talking with Paul at PC Golf Customs.
Mm-hmm.
And so we did the little friendly Instagram exchange and all that stuff. So I was checking him out. And I'll be damned, man. So I pull up and like one of the first pictures I see is of Paul at PC Custom Golf and John Rom. And I'm looking at the golf course and I'm like, wait a minute, that's Silverleaf in Scottsdale. Oh,
really?
So I write him back and I'm like, dude, are you playing at Silverleaf? And he's like, how the hell do you know that? And I'm like, oh shit, well, my uncle's out there. He belongs to the course. He's like, oh my God. So he did say, I forget what he said, but I was partly cloudy at the point in time I was talking to him in the evening. And but anyway, they did an event. I guess he was doing some ball markers and stuff for the tour players. And cool. So he's like, oh my God, I love Silverleaf. And that place is fantastic, man. It's a great course. We got to get out there sometime and check that one out. So anyway, sorry, I've jumped to another one. You brought that to my attention.
So I did not take Rahm or DJ. I can't trust DJ that close to the strip. Rahmer, he's just expensive this week. I mean, the guy's playing lights out. Let's be honest. He's like, top 3 in the game right now. But I didn't take either one of those. I did take JT at 10,800. JT's been playing great himself. I mean, silently great because he has not been like the headline, but look at a couple last events. So 8th at the U.S. Open, 2nd at the Tour Championship. I guess the Tour Championship is for the FedEx Cup, right?
Yeah.
BMW 25th, Northern Trust 49th, PGA 37th, WGC FedEx he won, and then Memorial 18th, Workday 2nd. So I mean, the guy just plays great golf. And then you and I talk. We kid about this every week. It's like, oh, how do you like JT this week? I like JT.
I like him every week. Week. Well, you're going to get 4 days of scoring out of him, right? So that's so I went a little bit of a different direction in my lineup. I'm not to my guy yet, but my first guy. But I went in a direction that's like, hey, I need 6 guys in the lineup. If I would have had 6 guys in the lineup this past weekend, I'd have made some serious money. Serious money.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now I like JT too, man. You got so here you got DJ, Rahm, and JT, your top 4 in DraftKings scoring points. And by the way, just for those of you that are wondering what we're doing on Fantasy National, if I didn't say it already, we don't have nothing set. We don't have anything set other than actually I've got last 50 rounds. If you got 50 or 24.
I did 24, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I don't think it changes anything, right?
No, not much.
So you got JT coming in at 4th. Everything looks great as far as the stats go. Putting is his worst at 40th, and I mean, shit, who cares? He'll be fine. So it may have changed it's still putting. So I changed it, and JT's now he's 3rd in points and he's 57th in putting, but still
57th in putting, but then he's 4th around the green. So
I know, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I'm not worried about that. All right, so let's see. Let me adjust my salary here so I can get back to where we need to be. So no Rahm, no DJ.
And I'll tell you real quick. So with mine, I went like middle of the pack. The guys I really liked in the middle, and then I went a little bit lower and I figured out who I wanted to pick there. And then I looked at what I had left and who I could afford. Because I'll take Jon Rahm, I'll take Dustin Johnson, I'll take JT,
any day.
Xander. I'll take any of those guys.
They're not bad plays by any stretch of the means. Yeah. It's just when you go that road, when you take that road, you have to be then it's really, in my opinion, if you know you're going to take one of those guys, I think you got to start at the bottom and work your way up, right? And then I guess you could do it the other way. It's easier for me to look and see, okay, who's at the bottom and what am I going to be able to afford to get one of those top tier guys? I'm going to run a couple of lineups with those guys in them. Yeah. I'll tell you who I'm going to take. I'm probably
hold on. But with that said, I'll take Dusty any day of the week too. Okay, I'm just picking on him because it's just fun to pick on him for Vegas. But I mean, that guy is striking the ball. I mean, we are not betting against Dusty this week. No way.
Not betting against him.
Right, who you got?
Let's see. I didn't take Rory. Again, is Rory going to make the cut? I imagine so. Yeah. If we're betting on does he make the cut or not, I'm taking a yes. I saved myself $300, and I'll tell you why later. But I went with the X-Man.
Solid pick, man. That guy is just.
I mean, he's a cut machine. He's made 19 of 20, 9 top 10s. I mean, so here's what I did there. I saved at the highest guy. I saved $1,000 and I spent it elsewhere. So that's right. And so here's the other thing. So I went Xander instead of Matt Wolff. I don't think Matt Wolff is necessarily a bad pick here. He's number 2 in the last 24 rounds in scoring. And I think this is going to be, you're going to have to score. I think this is going to be another one of those high teens, low 20s score at the end of the week. Yeah. And
you think they'll break 20?
I very well could.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Most of the time we're not seeing back-to-back standout performances, right? And we didn't see Xander last week. We did see Matt Wolff in the playoff. And not winning that playoff didn't screw him up. It didn't hurt him at all. But he played really damn good. I think he's still going to play good. I'm just going off of recent form and, kind of what we see. It's like, yeah, all right. I think there's a better play here. I think this is somewhere where Xander's going to thrive, man. I think Xander's coming in. He's 6th in points. He's 6th in putting. He's 2 around the green. Approach, which you heard me say at the beginning of the show, I think approach is going to be one that's really that's going to be a strong suit. I mean, they're going to have to play well there. That's his weakest at 60. But again, he's going to be able to score. His short game, he's first. Total strokes gained, he's 3rd. So that's where I wanted to spend my money at. That's where I think we get where I get the most bang for my buck at.
Hey, and he's a West Coast guy, so I mean, he knows how to play out there.
Exactly,
perfect time of year for him, So yeah, I think Xander's a great play. Great play.
I did have Cantlay in my lineup last week. I think you did too.
I didn't have him in my lineup. I picked him for my one and done. So
that's right.
I was feeling good on Sunday morning.
Woo, baby! yeah. Well, that didn't last long. So I don't know. I don't think that's. And coming into this thing, I mean, Cantlay was. He'd had a few shaky rounds.
Yeah.
A few shaky tournaments. So he started out really strong, and then he kind of. Went a little bit. So, we got 8th at Shriners, 43rd at the Open, 12th at BMW, missed the cut at Northern Trust, 43rd PGA, 35 St. Jude, 32 Memorial. So, I mean, he's making the cuts generally speaking. So I wouldn't be concerned about, is he going to make the cut or not going to make the cut? I think he's there. I just think there's going to be other folks that are going to play better.
Well, for that kind of money, you're not looking for a guy that's going to make the cut. You're looking for a guy that's going to be
right.
Probably a top 10% of the points, right?
Right.
And he has not been showing that like consistently. I mean, the guy's a great player, but ever since the comeback, he hasn't done great. He hasn't.
Nope. I'll let you take the Koepka thing if you want to say anything else about him.
Oh, you don't want to talk about Brooks? Maybe I can get you fired up.
He said that he and Dusty weren't bros. Maybe they rekindle a bromance in Viva.
This is the first time they played together, not together, but, since the PGA. And that's where I got that mixed up earlier. I was thinking about them, like, they have not been on the same course in a while. So, ever since the calling out of, you're not my friend anymore. Hey, Wyatt. Doc.
I don't know if what's it say? I don't think I could bet if we weren't friends.
Exactly. And then, I think you're spot on with the Wolf, man. I mean, he had a great tournament last week. He had 3 eagles in 5 holes.
I know.
Holy cow. That guy's been on fire. Did you get an ice cream truck check to see if there's any ice cream trucks?
No, but I'll tell you what. How in the hell do they build the golf course right on top of a dog park? Or how do they allow a dog park to build right beside the 18 tee box? It's like, are you kidding? Like, how in the hell does that happen? It's like, oh. I'm like, I'm still suffering from that Georgia law, that hangover from the Bulldogs. And I'm like, all I can hear is this dog barking in the background. And I'm like, and number 2, if that's your dog, isn't it on your nerves? Like, did somebody shut that dog up, man? I
know. And then what other thing I didn't like was going due west on 18. They can't even see the pin.
You can. I mean, I think Laird hits the ball and he goes, I don't know. I lost it in the sun.
Twice he did that. Twice.
I know. Yeah. It's like, I don't know if that was well, here's the other thing though. So I think that this tournament was it played at the regularly scheduled
it was
date?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That one did not move. Yeah, that's kind of strange.
So that doesn't make any sense to me in the way that that's set up and designed. And I mean, I don't know. It's like, well, what do you think the defense is of the course? And it's like, well, the late evening rounds you have to play into the sun.
Directly into the sun. It's going to blind you.
Exactly. Right. It's like why the hell didn't Sergio do better? He plays with his eyes closed anyway. I mean, it's like,
so the one thing about Wolfe, and you probably saw it too, was he was joking during the playoff. He's like, "Hey, can I keep this ball, this tee marker or whatever?"
Mm-hmm.
And then after the thing's done, he's like, "Yeah, all right, let's go play next week." It's like he kind of said that at Rocket. I think it was Rocket or where it was. He's like, "Yeah, I just don't care as much anymore." You think that's going to help him, or you think that that's just him trying to not get pissed off that he hasn't won in a while?
I don't think it helps him, and here's why. I mean, let's talk about the guys. Let's talk about Tiger Woods. Let's talk about DJ. Let's talk about BK. Let's talk about JT. You don't see those guys out there joking around, cutting up, lollygagging along. I mean, those guys are walking in like killers. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, they're walking in like, hey, I've got a job to do. And he's over here like, yeah, it's fine, whatever.
Very loosey-goosey, right?
Yeah. So I mean, maybe that's just his style. But if you, I mean, look at Jack, look at Arnold, look at Greg, I mean, I'm saying you can go down the list of these people. And when these people showed up at the golf course, I mean, it was all business, man. I mean, and this is what we see. Now, who knows what goes on behind closed doors? But I mean, the people that are, like the upper echelon of the standings, they're not showing up just kind of, farting around and like, having a hey, we're playing golf again. Here we go. So I don't know. Maybe that's his way to take the edge up. I don't have any issues with it. I mean, it's his job. It's his career. I mean, it's his tee time. So I don't care how he acts. It doesn't make a difference to me. I would just say in comparison to the people that have come out and have really owned it, look at Rickie Fowler. He always looks like he's having a good time, right? And he always is joking around and cutting up. And then, and it's not dogging anybody out. I'm just saying, just from my lens in looking at people that are owning it and showing up and winning and you're scared of them. Like literally scared of it's like, oh shit, Tiger's at the, or whoever it is, right? It doesn't matter. And then it's like, oh yeah, it's Wolf. He's fine. I mean, I don't know, but again, maybe that's not their game. And maybe Matt Wolff just isn't, and it could be an age thing. It could be, has 21 or 22, right? I mean, he's like,
21,
yeah. He's like, hell, I've already made really good money.
Yeah.
I've got sponsors. I'm playing really good golf. It's like, why shouldn't I be having a good time?
But it gets out to can I close this out? So you and I talked about this, and the last two times he went up against Bryson was Rocket and the U.S. Open, and he got it handed to him both times. I mean, he got blown away.
Well, think about Pat Reed. Right? You don't see Pat Reed really joking and going. And so I'm going to put it back to this. I mean, think about the folks that are, you've got ball strikers and you've got grinders. And you can have a combination of both. I mean, I think, right? I mean, you can have both things kind of in play there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, look at Laird. Look at Laird. And I really wasn't watching Laird that much up until yesterday. Yeah. But I mean, Laird was grinding, dude. I mean, he was in the sand. He was missing greens, but he was grinding to score and to save and to make, and ultimately to win. And I didn't see Matt Wolff really grinding, which, I mean, does he have to grind? I mean, shit, you make 80% of your cuts and you're still making good money and you're still having a good time. And, Rory said it a few weeks ago, he's like, hey, I'm in a place in my life that I don't want to really grind anymore. Like, I still like playing golf. I still like being competitive, but does he have that fire that kind of gets him in that direction that's going to, take him to that next level? And it's probably maturity.
Yeah.
It's funny coming from me, I know, but
well, I hope he's got people around him that are urging him to really try to close some of these out, right? Because he could have closed out the U.S. Open. He could have closed out Rocket. But I hope he's not already taking the mentality that if he's top 5, top 10, smiling, having a good time, joking, that's a win overall. It's not a win. I mean, come on, you got to go out there and to me and you, we really want to see him try to go out there and win these tournaments. I'd love to see him go win 40 tournaments,
Yeah.
Because he's got that kind of talent, right? He's got that kind of talent. But
does he have the drive?
Well, it's not just the drive. It's like, but is smiling and finishing a top 5 a win for him? Is that the definition of a win? Or is it that, I need to go really win?
You know who he reminds me of, and I'll talk about him. He's I've already given away. So we saw, was it at the Wyndham that Paul Casey finished second? Is that
no, it was the PGA.
PGA. Okay, sorry.
Wasn't it?
So yeah, you're right. So Paul Casey, PGA, I think he finished second, but he had a share of the lead at some point ish. Anyway, the point of my story is, you see Paul Casey, and Paul Casey's what a nice dude. Seems like a really nice dude. Paul, if you're listening, we'd love to have you on the show, man. But Paul standing up there, and like he's got the look on his face is like, I just won the PGA. Yeah, and he didn't win, but he placed second. So it's like, hey, I'm not, and he's like, oh my God, I just finished second. So I kind of get like and maybe Matt Wolff is just like a really nice guy, and maybe he's genuine and sincere about how, I love that I'm out here and that I'm even in a position to be able to win.
Yeah, I hope so. I want to see him. I want to see him go out there, and I want to see him take some of these titles. All right, we got to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
So I think we've done enough of this Matt Wolff stuff. Not to say that Matt's not going to do good, and I'm probably going to play him in a lineup or two. But who's that guy sniffing the camera over there? It's kind of weird. So hold on. Let's see. So Matt Wolff, I'm going to play him in a lineup or two. I mean, great showing. I don't think it's going to mess with him. I mean, as we were talking about, his happy-go-lucky attitude on the golf course. I mean, it's working for him, dude. I mean, he made it to the playoffs, so I don't know. All right, so Cantlay. I think if we milk the Cantlay wagon enough.
Yeah, I mean, like since the comeback, he hasn't been sharp. He's always in contention. He can turn it on at any point. I just haven't seen it from him. I played him last week from the one and done. He finished top 10. It was a good payout, et cetera. But, I mean, I played him a ton, and he really hasn't paid off for that price yet. But I think he can kick it in at any point in time. No, he's not. No, I don't.
I wasn't talking about Cantlay. I'm talking about the
Dusty.
Well, no,
we're going. No.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's who I've got next in my at 9700. 97 hundo. Oh, yeah. What do you think that gets you in Vegas? 9700.
A new knee?
I don't know. Don't they say that the cocaine has a numbing effect? I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. How would I know? But I'm just saying. So I don't have Koepka in my lineup. Dan has him in his lineup at least three times. At least 3 times.
I don't.
Like, good Lord. I don't know, man. Let's see. So they haven't released pairings yet. So what I think is going to be very interesting is who are they going to pair Brooks Koepka with? It's like it's like the evil stepbrother. It's like, who are they going to put Brooks Koepka with so that it's like PG and there's no issues? I wish DeChambeau was there. He's not, so they're going to pair him with him.
They have released pairings.
I got to pull these up then.
So we got Thomas, Koepka, and M.
JT. Well, JT. Okay. Well, M. Yeah, that's benign. I mean, good Lord. Good Lord.
Yeah.
I mean, why didn't you put him with DJ and John Rom? I mean, it's like the angriest group on the course.
You got DJ, Rom, and Wolfe.
Ooh, that's a good one. It's good. What do you think Tattersall would call that pairing?
DJ, Rom, and Wolfe.
Oh, that's the bomber. That's the bombers pairing.
The bombers,
right there, man. I mean, those guys are going to be like wearing it out. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. So hold on. Let's make it through. Let's get through the lineups. This Laird specials working on me. Not in a bad way. I mean, in a positive way. But I'm just saying. But that'll be good. So keep the lineups pulled up, and maybe you can rattle them off. And I think we've got we may have a special guest this week, a cameo by a Sweet Cream. We may not. I don't know. He hasn't dialed in yet. But if we do, you can maybe you'll give us the pairings. and we can name the pairings.
Absolutely. That'd be fun.
Like a John Tattersall special.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Cantlay steering clear. Koepka, I'm steering clear. However, past 24 rounds, he's 15th in scoring. I don't know what he's coming in with off the injury. I haven't seen any official reports from the injury. I'm assuming, as we mentioned at the top of the show, it's a knee thing still. It could be pride, which is affecting his knee because he's got to carry that baggage around with him. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm staying away from Koepka. I mean, we just don't know what to expect. His last outing was at the Wyndham in Greensboro, where he missed the cut. I think he was in a lot of pain. I don't know if the time off is going to solve that. I think it might help. Vegas is, I think, pretty flat. I think it's pretty flat. You said it's more
no. This course is hilly, so they built this thing. Yeah, they built this thing up. I mean, it's not going to be like Augusta hilly. But it is not like a traditional desert course where everything is flat. So Wynn and Fazio built this thing up so that you look like you're in North Carolina. Yeah.
Then I'm out with Koepka. If it's hilly, I'm not going to take him because he hates those hilly courses. They hurts the knee. Yeah. So
hey, spoken like a true baseball player.
It's what he said.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
He hates Muirfield Village.
What about the Hat Man? Man, I know you love those Lambos.
I didn't play him, but I couldn't afford him. I love the Hat Man, and I think he's playing great golf. I think he's going to be. Great this week. I think he's a top 10 guy in the world right now.
Hold on, coming off of a win off the BMW, flying to the U.S., no quarantining. Who knows if he even makes it to the actual tournament? So, I mean, there's lots of unknowns there. So I'm thinking. Do I like where Hatton's at? Absolutely. I mean, coming off a recent form, I don't know how in the hell I go away from him, except for all the other variables that could present issues and challenges.
Now, I guess the one thing is he can't wear a hoodie in Vegas. So,
well, he could. I mean, we're in October, and if he's got an early tee time, those desert mornings are chilly.
I love that.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Before we go anywhere else. So hoodie on the golf course. No.
I'm for it. I mean, if you like it, especially in Europe, yeah, I'm good for it. Yep. You?
Hey man, I figure wear whatever the hell you want, especially if you're a professional.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, it worked last week, so how can you say no?
Yeah. I can't. And so number two. When we get Kessler and Jimmy on, I want to make sure that we talk about, not at the same time, it'll be separate recordings, but I want to talk, we didn't talk about this with Kez the other day, but I want to talk about like how superstitious are golf people, like baseball players are like uber.
A good one.
It's like, I'm not changing my underwear. I'm not changing my jock strap. I'm not changing my socks. I'm going to wear the same old dirty ass Richardy hat or whatever it is. Right.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm only wearing these shoes when I get home. I don't know. And I never really hear golf professionals talk about superstition. I'm sure it exists, but like it exists how? I don't. Anyway, so I've digressed again. Let's see.
So I love the Hat Man. Yep.
Yeah. So Morikawa, I'm not touching it, even though it's probably not.
He lives in Las Vegas.
I know it's probably not a bad play. I'm going a different direction. Well, I picked the X-Man. That was my expensive guy. So to get the other guys that I thought might do well, I had to go in different.
How much was the X-Man?
10-3.
Ooh, that's expensive, but it's good. Yeah, I like
top tier. No, hey, dude,
West Coast guy. Yeah,
he's on the cusp, man. I mean, that dude is hitting the ball. He's making the cut for sure. I'm giving him a top 5, potentially a win. Could be my one and done.
Could be mine too. All right, I think we already talked about the X-Man. So Morikawa, you just talked about Finau.
Just coming off the COVID, got all those kids. I'm steering clear. But however, he's a SLC guy, and I mean it's not bad. I think he's ranked 29th in DK points. So at $9,400, I don't know. I went a different direction. I think Finau's probably. Without COVID, I think Finau's a cut maker, and he's a solid play. I'll give him a top 25 all day long, but I'm going a different direction.
I'll tell you this, everybody. So Fantasy National with Finau, last 24 rounds, he's at $9,400 this week. It is all green except for putting at 33%, which means this guy is rocking across the board.
Everything. Finau will be the first to break the Puerto Rican curse.
Yeah, he is. I mean, that guy is lights out. The whole game is good. And he's not even swinging hard. So
exactly.
Berger.
What about Berger?
I'm not taking him this week. Another guy I like. I've played Finau and Berger a lot. We haven't seen these guys in a while. I mean, Finau with the COVID, I can't go there. With Berger, I haven't seen him in a while. So I don't know how it's going to. I mean, is this his like warm up round and he's going to go for the Zozo next week kind of thing? I think that might be what he's trying to do here. Another guy, Fantasy National, he looks even better than Finau in Fantasy National last 24 rounds. So I love this guy. Yeah.
I'm not taking him either. I don't even think I'm going to play him in any off leagues or off.
He hasn't been hot
lineups.
lately.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
he's kind of cooled.
I'm not against him. I mean, the dude's solid.
He's more of I think Berger's more of a June, July, August kind of guy, in my opinion. So.
What do we got? We got a T34 so we haven't seen this since the U.S. Open. T34, T15, T25, and third place back to the Northern Trust T13. Championship, St. Jude T2, and then he got cut at the Memorial. So, yeah, I mean, if you played him, it's probably not a bad thing. I mean, all his numbers look good in Fantasy National, so there's no reason why you wouldn't. But yeah. I'm going a different direction. I'm going off current status.
I can't go against Hideki as well. I mean, the guy in terms of Fantasy National, the only thing is kind of glaring out is the 42nd in putting, which isn't horrible. I mean, it's a 75 remember field, whatever you said. So I mean, but that guy
Hideki dicked me over in a tournament a few weeks ago.
I know, me too.
I ain't going down there. I'm not riding that trade until.
But I like Berger. I like Matty. I'm not playing these guys. I like them. I actually don't like Fleetwood right now. Fleetwood hasn't been doing too great in my opinion. What about you?
Well, here's the thing. So he just played the BMW also. So he's coming over. And tee to green, he's 60, ball striking 67, on approach, he's 72. He's 42nd in DraftKings points. I think Fleetwood's a guy that makes the cut this week. I don't think Fleetwood is a guy that scores a lot of points this week.
That kind of money, $9,100 for 42nd in DraftKings points, is way too high. But we know that guy is class. I mean, he can play with the best. He's a top 10 player in the world. He's the recent form hasn't been there.
No, he's playing. He's gonna make the cut. He's gonna score, but he's not gonna score points in the sense of eagles, birdies, etc. that are gonna get DraftKings points. So that's why I'm not against Fleetwood. Maybe I ain't betting on him to win. That's for sure. But no, I mean, there's no way that I can't ride the Fleetwood train. And what's this? Sweet Cream's probably going to pick him and win. Yeah. Right, exactly.
Yeah. All right, so it's only been 30 seconds. Let's contradict ourselves and say I love Viktor Hovland, who is 41st at DraftKings points at $9,000. Yeah,
I'm not taking the Hoblin train, and not for any reason. I mean, there's other people that are down, $200 less than that I'm definitely going with. So you probably picked him too, but yeah, I mean, no reason not to pick Vic. But hey, once again, Vic's not a big scorer from a DraftKings point standing.
He hasn't been playing great since the comeback. I mean, he played a couple earlier on, but he's been flat. And this guy is a ball striker. He's really good at ball striking. But for $9,000, I think he's overpriced here, based off recent form and history of the DraftKings.
So you just said it. You just said it, Dan. I think that like the people that we're not picking, it's not that they're bad players and they're not going to play well for the tournament, but they're overpriced for the delivery that we're going to get from a DraftKings scoring point.
Yep.
Let's see. Fitzpatrick, I feel the same about Fitzpatrick. Same deal. I want to move on to somebody else that's in my lineup. I'm going to go straight to Scottie Scheffler.
Cal, make it 2.
Oh, yeah. I know this little golfer that's playing at Shadow Creek this week. Get me 2.
Give me 2.
Yeah. We'll take 2 on that. Point Break reference. So Scottie Scheffler is ranked 8th in DraftKings points. He's $8,800, and I can talk about a lot of people that are 9,000 and above that are way higher. Scottie Scheffler, are you kidding me? I mean, that dude is he's been let's say he's been a little, I wouldn't say weak. Let's see, at the Shriners, 67. All right, I'll give you that. 37, number 5, 20, 4, 4, 15, 22. I like Scottie Scheffler's game right now.
Yeah.
I think this is a place that's going to set up well for him. It's got big fairways. And Scottie Scheffler is going. I think to pull it up, it's not coming up. But I think Scottie Scheffler, once again, I don't need him to win. I need him to score. And when I mean score, I need birdies and eagles out of him. And I think that this is what this is going to set up for.
I don't think he had symptoms with this COVID. I don't think it was that kind. I don't think it was he was in bad shape or whatnot. He didn't play well. Was it last week or what week before when he came back for the first time since the COVID? But rookie of the year, and man, this guy top 10. He's top
we're gonna see some good stuff out of this guy. So I'm taking Scotty. No, I'm not taking Sanjay. You know why? You've heard it if you listen to the show.
I think we're seeing some good signs from Sanjay. I mean, I'm close to playing him again. I don't like that price.
No, I don't either. I don't either. Same reason I don't like the Harris English price. So he missed last week.
Look at Sanjay though. So he was 22nd in the U.S. Open, 28th at Sanderson Farms, and 13th at Shriners. Those are good. Those are good. He's coming around.
No, I'm not against Sanjay. I'm just saying, I'm like, oh, Sanjay. You know, if Sanjay could play Eastlake every week, I'd play him every single week.
Yeah,
like that. Sanjay's my man. But you get him out, and I don't know what's going through his head. Maybe it's that cramped up hotel room he's staying in with his parents. That's like, God damn it, not this again. Ma. But yeah, so I'm leaning away. He is 24th. Yeah, you mentioned it in DraftKings points. So I think we got something there. Yeah. Around the green, he's horrible. Short game, he's horrible. Outside of that, I mean, everything else is kind of decent. I mean, he's definitely in the the better percentile of where he should be. So I don't know. We'll see, man. I'm gonna probably wait to 2021 to play some Sanjay points. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Could be my one and done though. You never know. So Harris English, he dicked you over last week, so he didn't make the cut. And which is surprising to me, man, because Harris has been playing some fantastic golf. I mean, that dude has been playing. He's in shape. I mean, he looked like, if you look at Harris English now to then, it's like you should compare like Phil from now to then, and it's like what a change, a drastic change that guy's had on his body. I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, last week it was a shot maker's course. It was a birdie fest. Like 7 under was the freaking cut. It's like, good Lord, So if you didn't get it to go in one of those 2 rounds, you were done.
Yeah. Yep. Louis O, ranked 11th. So I actually dropped Louis O for another guy. And I don't know. Now I'm thinking, should I have? But
11 in DraftKings points last 24 rounds. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But I had to get the other guys that I wanted and thought I needed and all that stuff. Really, the X-Man. So that's going to be the chink in my armor, man. If the X-Man doesn't I know you heard that. So if the X-Man falls short this week, that's really going to disappoint me.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because that's because I could easily pick every single player under $10,000 and have a absolutely solid lineup. So I like Louis O this week, 11th in DraftKings points, 5 total strokes gained, 11th tee to green. Like, there's nothing about Louis O. This is like the key is having a hell of a damn 2020, dude.
Yeah,
I guess we're 2021 now, but that dude is on fire.
Lights out, man. Yeah, great player. He's a good pick any week. I mean, he's been so far. He's been in contention, etc.
Looks good. Yeah.
And I mean, again, 11th in DraftKings points for $8,500. That's a win right there, in my opinion. That's hard to pass up. I passed them up because I like some other guys, but that's hard to pass up.
Yeah, I had to do it. I'll tell you who I did it with in just a second. I didn't do it with Sergio, and he putts with his eyes closed. I mean, he got lucky at, it's not a no-name field. Every field's a great field, but, I don't know. I mean, I think Sergio will be fine here. Does he make the cut? I don't know. It maybe. I might take he misses the cut on this one. I mean, if we're betting straight up.
He might.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Good win. Congrats to Sergio for the win a couple weeks ago. Jason Day, haven't seen him in a while. He's 44th in points. So, I mean, Jason Day kind of hangs around, and, he's good for the cut, but he ain't going to score. You know who is?
I didn't take him. I love Jason. I love Jason Day at the PGA. I played him there. And I played him, I think, at Muirfield. I think I played him as well. He had a really good recent form streak going, and then he's kind of cooled from there. But, I mean, he's a champion, so he could pop at any time. I hope the break's done good for him in his back. I might play him next week.
You know who I did pick? Muraman.
I did, too. Hey, make it 2.
Muraman.
Why is it you and I are crossing so many paths on this? I don't know why.
I don't know. It's like we're sword fighting. Abe Answer. Hey, speaking of Muras and Abe Answer, we got a recording with Chip Usher at Usher Golf or Chip and Putt. We'll just leave it at that. So at ushergolf.com or chipandputt.com. I can't wait for Chip to share all the great golf courses and stories about meeting all the Mura family over there. So I like Abe all day long here, man. I think this is going to be a place where, so Abe Answer, he's coming in 47th in DraftKings points. I don't, this is going to kick us in the nuts here, but I don't have any worries about Abe making the cut. I mean, you should always be worried, but it's a 70. Well, there is no cut.
Yeah, exactly. We've been talking about the cut the entire time. There's no cut.
I mean, so if you're listening, I've been talking about this the whole time, and Dan hasn't caught on yet. So now who's been drinking?
Oh boy.
But no, I like Abe here, and Abe's a scorer. But I know we'll see.
Fourth last week.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm coming off a form, man. I mean,
33rd BMW. That's good.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, he's got some. Yeah. Abe's a ball striker, man.
So I'm taking the Mura man. Let's see. Oh, here's your next one. How many times you put Rickie Fowler in the lineup?
I think he's going to miss the cut.
No, that's why he's playing on Wednesday, so he gets some extra time. He gets extra time on Wednesday.
He's going to miss the no-cut cut.
Good Lord. Let's see.
That game is in bad shape, man. That game is in real bad shape.
Yeah, I don't know. His heart's not in it, maybe.
Well, no, it's not that. He's changed his swing. The game's in really bad shape. He's not doing great putting. And I think Justin Thomas needs some new friends before he catches it, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's called Brooks Koepka.
Because Spieth caught it, and he gave it to Fowler, and Fowler's going to catch it, and he's going to give it to JT. So
incestual, you say? Mm-hmm. Let's see. So I did take Paul Casey. I don't know. What do you want me to? How much do you want me to rub Paul Casey's shoulders?
I didn't know you loved Paul Casey so much, but I'm more than willing to go to the back room back here and give you the ball I got signed by Paul Casey at Shinnecock. That's got Wayne Gretzky on it as well. If you want it, it's yours.
Is shipping included?
Yeah, shipping's included. Yep.
Oh, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me say this: PGA Championship.
2. I know he was second. Yep.
Running in the old deuce spot, and you know who looked like they just won the PGA Championship?
Paul Casey.
Paul friggin' Casey, man. I mean, that dude came in second place. And he was, you would have, I mean, like if you just saw the picture,
yeah,
you would have thought he'd won the PGA Championship. I think it's going to set up nicely for him, man. I think he's coming in, and Paul Casey's playing. Paul Casey's playing lights out golf. I mean, I shouldn't say lights out, but Paul Casey is playing uninhibited golf, and I think he's going to do. I think he's going to be fine.
He's good. So last 24 rounds on Fantasy National in this field, he's $8,000, 10th in shots gained total, 10th in ball striking, 20th in putting, 31st in DraftKings points. I mean, these are all really good things. The only thing that pops out on the screen here for Paul Casey is the around the greens, and I don't think it's going to be a problem this week. So,
not when you're hitting greens.
I'm going to play him in a lineup. I didn't play him in my primary, but I'm going to play him in a lineup for sure. Yeah.
I could have played Brendan Todd. It's ranked 50th in DraftKings points. So, at $100 cheaper, but I had $100 to spare. So I figured, why not?
He'll probably be a top 10. He will probably be a top 10. Brendan Todd is always hanging around.
I like Todd. I like Todd.
Fourth in putting. Good Lord. That guy he's always hanging around.
Yep. What do you think about Rose?
Nah, I haven't seen much from Rose. I really wanted Rose to come from this, to come back really hard, but he played well with the PGA, I think, and that was about it, right? So
yeah, I got nothing for Gary Woodland here. No offense. Moving on from Lowry, get to your boy. I know you got Kiz in your lineup, don't you?
Yes, I do.
I knew you would. I knew you would here.
I do.
I know. Hey, one of the longest courses on tour, and you're picking Kiz. However, he's number 1 in putting, number 9 in DraftKings points. So I get it.
Well, 25th at the BMW, 4th at the Northern Trust. And from my recollection, the Northern Trust was pretty long too, right? I think it was. That was a tough course at Northern Trust. That was the one up there in Chicago, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a tough course. 4th there, 3rd at Wyndham. Wyndham's kind of his backyard. That's kind of his kind of thing. 9th at the PGA. PGA was a tough long course. I mean, that was tough. Yeah. 25th at the St. Jude, 3rd at Rocket. So I know it's long, but Kiz, he finds a way to get it done. He does. Look at this field here. 1st in putting, like you just said, 9th in DraftKings points for $7,500. Yeah,
I know, man.
That guy. That's a value right there.
Well, I went answer instead of. You didn't get answer.
I did get answer. I got answer.
Oh, you did. You did. Yeah. So I didn't get Kiz. Yeah. I couldn't because I went for Schauffele. So
and I took his. You went for Schauffele, exactly. So you did that. I took Kiz and I took Neiman Bellow.
No, go ahead. I took Neiman also. Hey, make it 2. Make it 2. Make it 2.
We're going to be horrible this week.
Have you tapped into my my? Do you have my internet code? My passcode?
Well, I like Neiman. Look at last week. I mean, he finished 13th last week. He was 23rd at the U.S. Open, 3rd at BMW. He missed the cut at Northern Trust, 42nd at Wyndham. But, I mean, I like the Shriners at 13th, the U.S. Open 23rd. I mean, he's been playing really good lately. Look at not great stats on Fantasy National, like 56th in DraftKings points for $7,500. But, off the tee, 13th. Very important this week. Ball striking 27th. I mean, he's got some really good things going on there. I like Neiman. I do. I like the way he's played last week. I think he's in a good spot.
Make it 2.
Exactly.
Make it 2. So I only have one guy left as far as I see.
Who you got?
He's way down the list. Let me see. A couple of people I want to touch on real quick.
I got one guy left too.
Okay. My guy's at $7,100.
Mine's at $7,200. Hold on. Real quick though, before you went there, I think you talked about Alex Noren. You were thinking about him, and you were thinking about Bubba Watson.
Okay. Well, that's what I wanted to hit on a couple people. So I was thinking about Noren, and Noren has scored like shit in this whole thing. So is he going to make the cut? I think so. Is he going to score? No, that's where he's short, right? I mean, he's like a make the cut and just keep it rolling. So I couldn't go Noren for that reason because he doesn't score well. And I think this is, relatively speaking, I mean, it's not going to be a hard course for people to score that are I mean, if you're striking the ball well and your approach looks good, I think you're going to be able to make birdies. I think you're going to have a few eagles. You're going to have some of those. There's a hole, I think like 14 or something. That's maybe a challenge for people to get to. So that's why I shied away, because I wanted to go Noren just based on current form, but I think the course is not going to set up that well for him. Bubba Watson. Here's the thing. I think this course is going to set up really, really good for Bubba Watson. not trying to get into my one and done yet. But I think Bubba Watson's going to play really well. But I think it's going to be like weird in the way that it happens. And it's going to be like in Bubba form, right? I mean, Bubba is like what's Bubba's, he's with Claude now, and he's like, hey, he ain't my golf coach because I don't have a swing coach. He's my mentor, or whatever the hell he's calling him. Okay. It's whatever he's calling him. So I think that this is a place that's going to set up. And again, as I mentioned earlier in the show, like this is the Augusta of the West Coast.
Well, so that's a good point. So if it is, and if it truly is, then it's a really good pick because Bubba Watson plays well at Augusta. I don't know what's going on. He plays well at Travelers, which is another one that's really that kind of topography is a very hilly kind of thing where he plays well up there as well. So, yeah, I think you're in a good spot. I mean, I know. They can't see him. It's okay. So, yeah, I think good pick. I think it's a good – if it is the Augusta of the West, that's a really good pick.
I know. Jordan Spieth, got no money there. Brian Harman. You got him in your
I
lineup,
do. That's my last guy. At $7,200, I got Brian Harman. I liked what I saw last week. Again, you know what? So we just talked about Bubba Watson. I'm taking the other lefty. I'm taking Brian Harman. There's something about the topography of Augusta and the Travelers, and maybe this one here, that sets up well for lefties, right?
What, Bubba?
Well, okay. Look at Augusta. Yeah, Phil and Bubba.
I know.
Phil played well at the first round of Travelers. He shot like a 66 or something like that. I don't know what it was. He was like leading or top 5 the first round. Something sets up well for these guys with those types of courses. And Brian Harman's been playing great, man. I mean, look at these stats here. 16th in DraftKings points for $7,200. 15th shots gained total. Short game 6th. Around the green 30th, putting 5th. I mean, come on. You know, I like this guy. What are your thoughts there?
No, I had him, and I know you were. I think you were probably interchanneling me. It's like between two guys. It's like Harman or Henley. Harman, Henley. Harman, Henley.
Or Horschel.
Harman, Henley, or Horschel.
Yeah,
I know. It's like so. I think it's a great play. I went Henley.
Oh, you did? Okay, that's a good pick too.
I went Henley, and
I was really torn.
I know, and here's why I went Henley. Number one, because I thought you were going to go Harman, which Harman looks better on the score, and Harman's a better putter. I mean, as far as what we're looking at, it's better. But everything else outside of that, Henley's better. So I think, I mean, if approach, Henley's ranked number 2. So I think we got some game there, and I think it's not going to matter about putting. It's always matters about putting, don't get me wrong. But I think it's going to be key that I like Henley in the sense that strokes gained total.
Yeah.
He's 8th.
Yeah. It's
tee to green, he's 3rd.
It's good. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, when I look at Harman at 15 and 41 compared to Henley's 8 and 3, it's like, okay, everything's working out fine. And the reason he ain't scoring any points is because of his putting.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think that this may lean into, maybe does this give him a better scoring option? So, yeah.
So let me ask you this. I mean, I think Henley's a great pick. I liked him last week. I think I played him in some lineups last week, late in the week, whatnot. But Siwoo dropped.
I know 71, same amount of money, and he's ranked 4th in DraftKings points.
Yeah, I mean, and tee to green 5th.
I know.
And around the green 3rd. I mean,
Siwoo but Siwoo is, to me, from what I'm looking at, Siwoo is he's scoring and he's making it happen. I like Henley here better than I like Siwoo, and I could be completely wrong.
I think there's more consistency. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, Siwoo could go completely off the rails. And I think Henley is going to go kind of run. Henley's going to go down the path. Siwoo is either like boom or bust.
Yeah, and I mean this field is strong. Okay, we go down to 7,000, which is just below their last 24 rounds. You got Kokrak,
Munoz, Connors,
look at
Kuchar,
Kokrak.
Mckenzie
Kokrak
Hughes.
is 12th. He's 12th in DraftKings points last 24 rounds in this field. He's 11th shots gained total.
I know.
Fourth in ball striking. Holy cow. I mean, how can you pass that guy up? I don't know.
Let's see. Mckenzie Hughes ranked 7th. I mean, who doesn't want a piece of that action?
Yep.
Who else we got?
I like Hughes a lot. I do. Yeah. I like Hughes. I'm probably going to play Hughes in some lineups. I mean, you can always count on Cooch to make a run. You know, he hasn't been great lately.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to play Hughes. I'm definitely going to play Kokrak. So I'm going to do a boom and bust on this one too. Not on our lineup that we post.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go. I'm picking. I'm going to put DJ in one. I'm going to put JT in one.
Yep.
I'm going to put Matt Wolff in one. But that's a big difference. So I'm going to be able to be real creative with a Matt Wolff lineup.
Yep.
And I'm probably going to put Cantlay in one also.
Yep.
And then I'm going to start at the bottom, and then I'm going to go Mckenzie Hughes. He may start every single bottom tier lineup that I have, followed by Jason Kokrak.
I can't believe he's so cheap. I can't believe Mckenzie Hughes is so cheap. You and I were talking earlier. We're like, I said, Mckenzie Hughes. You said, where's he at? I said, keep scrolling down. Keep scrolling down.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what we don't know, but I mean, that's weird.
Yeah, look at this, like third at Coriolis, 14th at the Tour Championship, 10th at the BMW, 13th at Northern Trust. I mean, gosh. I mean, those are really good numbers.
Yeah.
Really good numbers.
You know who else I like here? I like Ryan Palmer at $6,700.
I do too.
I think that's I actually tried to get him instead of, I don't know who I picked. Instead of Russell Henley, but the way I had it set up, and I like Answer. I like Casey. I guess, it wouldn't be a bad deal to drop Casey. I mean, there's plenty of other value picks there to grab. I like Munoz. I mean, that dude is the Colombian. Mm-hmm. I mean, that dude is playing some damn good golf, man. I mean, he's like, Answer better step his shit up, or he's getting ready to take over the South American title.
Yeah, good point.
I guess there's Middle America and what. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, I'm saying the Latino title is getting ready to pass to Munoz if Answer doesn't step that game up, dude. I mean, come on, man.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, so that's good for me.
Who else? Palmer. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Hey, so we'll post these up to tomorrow. And maybe if Dan, whoa, hold on. What about Sleepy Joel? You didn't even mention him.
There's a reason. I'm not taking that.
All right, so can we get a drum roll, please?
Drum roll.
Without further ado, we would like to welcome to the show the one and only Sweet Cream.
You guys are cracking me up.
Sweet Cream.
Hey, hang on.
Sweet Cream.
Can you hear?
We could hear you before, yeah. the one and only one and done leader, Sweet Cream.
Well,
Sweet Cream.
Thank you that I'm one and done. I appreciate that.
The one and done leader. You are leading after the first round. I mean, you picked Matt Wolff, who placed second. It's like, good Lord.
Hey, listen, you don't mess with me.
I know. All right.
I'm like that Wendy's commercial. Guy who comes for poker, yeah. I win every time.
Cal, let's do some matchups.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Let's see.
Let's do some matchups. So you got, all right, let's start top of the lineup, DJ or John Rom. They are evenly priced.
I'm going DJ on this one. Sweet Cream, who you going with?
I'll go Rom, absolutely, all day long.
Okay.
Even though DJ's had a fantastic year, I think Rom is due.
Okay. JT minus 125, Rory plus 105.
JT.
For the odds?
Dude, I'll take Rory.
Minus versus plus.
I'll take Rory. JT. I'll take Rory.
All right, you're going to take Rory? All right.
Absolutely.
Xander minus 137, Patrick Cantlay plus 110.
X-Men.
Cantlay.
He's going to go opposite you the entire time.
It's like, if you've ever been to Vegas with Sal, this is what it's like. It's like, no. I'll take the dirty. No, you take the dirty stall. I'll take the clean one.
No, but honestly, I would have picked him anyways. I think the folks that I'm picking are due, and they're going to have a stronger result this week. Absolutely.
Here's a fun one. This is tough, Cal. Daniel Berger plus 100. Terrell Hatton minus 120.
Let's let Sal go first. Sweet cream.
Say that one more time.
Yep. Daniel Berger plus 100. Terrell Hatton minus 120.
I'm going to go Hatton.
Okay. I'm taking Hatton too.
I'm taking Hatton also.
All right, a couple more fun. Oh, here's a fun one. Not the rookies, but the young guys. Matt Wolff minus 120.
Young guns.
There you go. Young guns. Hey, I'm your Huckleberry. I'll make you famous.
There
you go. Matt Wolff minus 125. Colin Morikawa plus 105.
So 105. What was the ladder?
Yeah, Colin Morikawa is plus 105. Matthew Wolff is minus 125.
Wolf band. Woo!
So,
I agree. I'll take the pick I picked this week. I'll go with Wolfe.
All right. Here's a nail biter. Tommy Fleetwood minus 114. Sungjae M minus 106.
Can I pass? I mean, I think both of those are a shit show. I'm gonna go. Well, it's Vegas. I'm going Sungjae.
Okay. All right. Let's do like two or three more. All right. So real quick. This is one you're gonna love, Cal, because you like both of these guys, and they are minus and plus. So Louis O minus 150 versus Bubba Watson plus 120.
Let's see. For things that are near and dear but very far. All right, scratch all that shit. I'm going Bubba.
You want to go Bubba?
Going
all
Bubba.
Right. Sal?
What was the first one?
Louis Oosthuizen or Bubba Watson?
Oh, God, Louis, all day long.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a fun one. Jason Kokrak plus 100 versus Joaquin Niemann minus 120.
Niemann for me.
Yeah, I'll go Niemann as well.
All right, last one. This is a fun one too. Jason Day minus 120 versus Rickie Fowler at plus 100.
For those of you that aren't watching, for those of you that are only listening, I'm saying Birdies and Bourbon 2020. I've got my presidential election shirt on tonight.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's see. Well, you know what? I mean, so we can give him some more airtime. I'm going Fowler, damn it. I'm going Fowler for the airtime.
Nice.
Ricky Fowler. I'm
right.
going Fowler for the airtime.
Yeah, I'll go Fowler as well. Absolutely. Yeah.
I'll take Jason Day.
Of course you will.
Of course you will.
Of course you will. I'm trying to give him more airtime. So, Dan, Sal, Sweet Cream. I don't know if you heard this. I got a message from this Fowler guy the other day. And he's like, hey, is this the real Birdies and Bourbon? And I'm like, actually, if you're talking about the podcast, yes, it is. And he's like, oh, well, would you be interested in me coming on the show? And I said, well, maybe. I don't know. Is this the real Fowler? And he said, I'll get back with you. So I don't know what that means. I don't know where it stands. I'll let you know.
Was it Atlanta area code?
It was not. It wasn't a call. I shouldn't have said that. The IP address pinged from Jupiter. But it looked like it was kind of a California or origin. So I don't know. Got some potential there.
All right.
You sure it wasn't Tiger Woods playing a trick on you?
I think it was.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to go to the one and done. And Sal is currently leading.
Well, that means he goes first.
Yes, which means he goes first. And of course, Dan's in last place, so Dan will go last. So, Cal, you're second. Sal, you are up for one and done. Are you ready for this?
Sweet cream.
Let's do it. This is for the CJ?
Yes, for the CJ. Mm-hmm.
Yep, one and done.
All right.
Sal's got all these notes. So clearly Sal doesn't understand that people are listening right now.
Yeah.
And Sal's working on all this dead air and or dead ass, however you want to call that. But he could have said, "Oh yeah, my one and done's going to be it could be this guy because of that, or it could be that guy."
All right, so you want my guy? I'll just say Rory. I'm gonna pick Rory.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, you want it? I gave it to you. There you go.
All right.
Yeah, by the way, that is Sweet Cream. So he may be showing up on a few more one and dones. Let us know how you feel about that. So hit our little like box or hit our don't like box and leave some comments. We'd be happy to hear.
Only good comments.
No, we'll take the bad ones too.
Of course you will.
Bubba Watson.
Bubba Watson for Cal.
I got to use him at some point. And you know who I'm picking for Augusta?
I do know you're picking for Augusta.
Right. I haven't told you, but you know who I'm picking.
For Dan. Ooh.
What about Lee Westwood, Dan? How you feel about Lee Westwood?
Can I get him twice?
Maybe. Oh, you should go Koepka. What about Koepka?
I should go Koepka. I don't know anything about Koepka this week. This is a tough one for me.
Just go Dusty all the way. He's gonna win the fucking thing.
I'm not going Dusty near Vegas. No way I'm going Dusty near Vegas.
Hey,
I'll tell you
I don't know why.
Pick Matt Wolff. I was gonna.
I need somebody that's long. Yeah, you know what? I'll go for the Wolf, man. I'll do the Wolf, man. He's playing really good right now, and this is a long course. Cal, how long is it? It's like 7,500 yards?
75.
I mean, Matt Wolff is probably the most natural, longest guy out there, besides maybe like a Dusty. I'll go Matt Wolff. Yep.
So, by the way, if you pick your one and done and they withdraw, you're a withdrawal for the week. You don't get to repick.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Oh, yes.
And Matt Wolff just said he tested positive.
No, he didn't.
Well, not for COVID. It was something else.
What, for ice cream?
For ice cream!
All right, so that was good. That was really good. So hopefully we can close the gap on Sal. Sal did great last week with his number 2 pick, or his pick for second place with Matt Wolff. So, yeah.
Oh, Sweet Cream coming in from behind.
It's going to be a fun week, and we got Zozo next week. That's going to be fun as well. Cal, what we got coming up on the podcast this week?
Oh, good
that
Lord.
We recorded that we will be releasing this week.
Oh, that we'll be releasing. Let's see. Well, I can't wait to hear our call with Lindsay from Hoops Vineyard. That is going to be fun. And that's is it breaking up? No. I mean, that wine was fantastic, and they're definitely coming back on. We did have a little breakup of the show, not a breakup, but we had some internet challenges there. But it was great. They're releasing some good stuff, and they're taking those tainted grapes and turning them into grape juice. Can't wait to taste that.
Yeah. How many bottles did you ask for in the middle of that tasting, by the way?
I think 27.
I think it was at least 4.
2 cases. 2 cases.
I think you had like 3 of the rosés, and then there was some vermouth that you wanted as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll take one of each.
But Lindsay said she knows somebody, so you're good to go.
She did say that she knows somebody, so we're really looking forward to Hoops Vineyard being released this week. I hope everybody enjoys it. And by the way, think about everything that's going on in California and the challenges that they're having.
Yep.
And if you're looking to travel, looking to spend your money somewhere, think about these businesses that have been challenged not only by COVID but natural disasters. And what a great place to help and continue to enjoy. Small business thriving in America, right? It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So we got those guys. I don't know. Who else do we have?
Chattanooga Whiskey.
Oh, good Lord. Chattanooga Whiskey. I don't know. I wish I'm going to have to move the bar close. I'm going to have to do some adjusting. I'm going to have to set up like a mini bar over here. We had such a good time talking with Chattanooga Whiskey. So we're going to get up to play Macklemore Golf Course. Sometime in the near future. We got a lot of golf courses coming up that we're going to play, but we had a great time chatting with the folks from Chattanooga Whiskey. We drank the 111 and the 91. He was sipping on some of their experimental stuff, which I'm a little bit, I'm like, when do we get the experimental stuff? I guess it's when we show up and come and pop a top with them in person, which we're not afraid to do, and we're definitely going to get that plan. We'll play Macklemore. We got to get to Sweetens Cove. And I don't know if I shared or not, but I was on a show with the Urban Bourbonists had a Illinois introductory call with Chattanooga Whiskey, and those guys are first class, man. I mean, they've really built something sweet in Chattanooga. So really looking forward to meeting those guys in person and having a glass.
Very cool. It's going to be an exciting week. We got an exciting week of golf. We got some great shows coming up. And hey, Sal.
Hey.
I hope you don't win one and done this week.
Oh, I'm gonna. And you guys are going to cry. And it's going to be great.
Sweet cream.
All right. Cheers.
All right, guys. Cheers.